Hey y'all, today we are making GIFs from your concrete puzzles. The first thing you'll need to do is go to the Google Classroom assignment, go to the JPEG folder, and download the images of your puzzle. So I don't have one obviously, so I'm just going to borrow these last three images. So I click on the three dots, click download, three dots, download, three dots, download. Next thing I need to do is open up Photoshop. When you log into Photoshop, make sure you are selecting the curriculum department setting that it asks for in order to open it correctly. So now that this is open, I'm going to go to File, New, and I'm going to create a new image. And here I'm going to make it in inches, and I'm going to do 4 inches by 4 inches and 300 pixels per inch. I'm going to call this my name, puzzle, GIF, and hit OK. All right, now I'm going to bring in those three images. So I'm going to go to File, Place, and I'm going to put on my first one, hit Place. Okay, and just hit Enter. I'm now going to put on my next one, so I go to File, Place, hit Place. So I want to make sure that this is aligned to that one. So I'm going to come over to my opacity and bring my opacity down. And you'll see that they're not exactly aligned. So I'm going to use my arrow keys on my computer keyboard to shift this. I think I can click on here. Okay. Oh, sorry. I have to have this selected, the arrow key selected. Now I should be able to, the layer is locked. So lock the layer. Okay. So now I have this selected and I can move my arrow keys to just get that all lined up there. Okay, awesome. Now I'm going to bring the opacity back up. Okay, next one. So I'm going to go to File, Place, and I'm going to put on my last picture here, hit Place. And then same thing, I want to get this lined up. So I'm going to bring my opacity down so I can see. And then I'm going to make sure I have my arrow key selected here. And I'm going to use my arrow keys to bring this over and get it all lined up. Okay, so now the three pieces should be aligned to each other. I'm going to bring this opacity back up. I want this to fill up my whole frame so that it's not so small. So to do that, I want to transform these all at the same time. So I'm going to click on all three. So I click on the first layer here, then hold Shift to get the other ones. And then on my keyboard, I hit Control T, as in turtle. And then that should bring up these little boxes on the side. I can hold Shift and drag the boxes to make this bigger. I hit Control minus in order to zoom out so that I can get the whole thing. So here I am, I'm getting this to be nice and big. And that looks pretty good to me. Hit Enter when you're done with that. So now I'm just going to turn these off, make sure the whole thing fits on all of them. Okay, I want to reorder these layers so that the first one so that it kind of goes in order. Well, actually, I think this will be fine. Okay, so now that I have these, I need to actually make my frame animation. So I need to go to Window and turn on my timeline. So Window, Timeline, and that'll bring up this bar down here. Over here, click on the little drop down. There's two things, Video Timeline or Frame Animation. You want Frame Animation. Click on it, and it should give you this. I then want to click on this little box in the right corner here and click on Make Frames from Layers. And that's going to give me my different frames. The first frame is just the white background, which I don't want, so I'm going to delete that. Hit yes. And then I want to drag these to be in the correct order. So it should have like my first puzzle piece, second puzzle piece, then the full puzzle. Over here, I can change the duration of how long each one shows. So I'm going to make each one 1 second. You can make it longer or shorter depending on how quickly you want your GIF to move. And then so for making a GIF, that is it for now. That's very simple. So then all I do is go to File, Save at, oh, sorry. Nope, File, Save for Web. And then I want to make sure it says GIF up here, hit Save. And then I can save it. So I'm going to call this save. And now if I upload that to our Google Drive, so if I right click, File, Upload, click on that file, hit Open. So now if I open this up, you'll see that it has, it's working. Oh, so there's a few things I want to change though. So right now it only goes through once. And then also I kind of don't like how the background's a little messy. So I'm going to change those two things. So down here, I'm going to go from once to forever so that it keeps cycling. And the second thing is I'm going to get rid of the backgrounds in all of these. So I'm going to go to this first layer. I'm going to grab my magic wand tool here, and I'm going to select the whole background. You'll notice there's a few extra little blurps in there. I'm going to grab those with my polygonal lasso tool. Make sure it has this add-on here. And so here, I'm just trying to make sure I'm selecting all that background that I want to get rid of. Once I have all of that, I hit Control-Shift-I to flip my selection so I just have my cube selected. I then click my clipping mask here, and now it's all cut out. Okay, I'm going to go to my next one. So I'm going to go to 2. Same thing with 2. I want to select the background. So I'm going to grab my magic wand tool, select the whole background. Then I can use my polygonal lasso tool to get anything else that I might have missed. Okay, then I hit Control-Shift-I to get the reverse selection, and then I clip on my clipping mask. Okay, last one. So I'm going to go over here on my timeline, click on the first one, click on my first layer here, click on my magic wand tool. I'm selecting the whole background here. Then I can grab my polygonal lasso tool to add in the last little bit. Okay, I do Control-Shift-I to have the opposite selection, and then I click on my clipping mask. Okay, so now you'll notice I have no background. I want some kind of a background, so I'm going to add in a gradient for my background. You could also put an image as your background, or you could do a solid background, whatever you would like. So to do a gradient as my background, I'm going to add a new layer down here. I'm going to drag it to be underneath all the other ones. And then I'm going to use my gradient tool, which is right here. Up here, if I click on that image, I can change the colors. So I click on this bottom, I can make the color a different one. So I could do like an orange. Then I could double click on this color. I can make it a pink or a red. Hit OK. Hit OK again. And then all I do to make the gradient is I just kind of drag it across my page, and it'll make that gradient for me. So now you'll notice when I flip through these, it has that crazy background. Okay, so it should say 1 second on each of these. Forever over here, I'm ready to resave. So I go to File, Save for Web, hit Save. All right, so I'm going back to my folder. Right click, File Upload. I'm selecting that last file. And then when I double click it, I should be able to watch my full GIF. So I would like you to make sure that you upload your file to Google Classroom before you go today.